It is that time again, roller coaster fanatics. I have recently ridden this ride to where I'm up to 20 rides on this. I feel like it is now time to really go full in depth in this review. So let's begin. The coaster, that is probably one of the most famous coasters out there because of how awesome it is. Fury 325 is a B&M Giga Coaster. B&M has now made two of these. The other one is Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland, which opened in 2012. This opened in 2015, specifically March 28th, 2015. It cost about $30 million. One of the most expensive roller coasters by B&M that was constructed. I think it is the most, but I'm not sure if there is more expensive roller coasters. This coaster is located at Carowinds. This is a park owned by Cedar Fair that is literally on the border of North and South Carolina. This coaster, in fact, does go through both, although it does stay on the North Carolina side the most. The only part that's on the South Carolina side is that Treble Clef, which basically is a turnaround that goes right back into the North Carolina side. So it's not in that for long, but still the fact that it goes through two states is very awesome. This coaster, of course, is 325 feet up with a 320-foot drop at an 81-degree angle with maximum speeds of 95 miles per hour, and it goes a total length of 6,602 feet of track. This is, I believe, the longest steel roller coaster in America and is one of those longest roller coasters, period, in America. This coaster has a famous capacity of 1,470 riders per hour. This thing flies through operations like it's nothing. It is insane. Let's start off with, first of all, you're walking through the queue and you have all these hexagons because it is themed to a hornet, so at least it has some nice little hexagonal theming and a big sign up front saying Fury with a nice hornet on front of it. And then, of course, you're in the line, you're noticing that this queue is going by really fast, even though it looks like there's an hour wait. It's probably only like 30 minutes. You get up there, and then, of course, you've already put your bag in the locker, but then you have to be put into a row. They will choose your row for you, basically. Of course, if you're probably only with one or maybe two people, and if you ask them nicely, they might actually allow you to go to front row or allow you to go to back row, which is a nice thing. But most of the time, you're going to be put into a row. But the operations on this thing are insanely fast. That is so awesome. They literally say, and we were listening to them, they said, alright guys, oncoming riders, the gates will open for only 5 seconds and then we'll close them. If you want to get on this ride really quickly, we are going to dispatch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gates close. And then all of a sudden, new coming riders are already coming on. And as soon as those gates close, they're already locking restraints and seatbelts like that. It is lightning fast, and they get you out there. Sometimes fast enough that they dispatch you right as the other coaster that had just dispatched, like 15 seconds ago, is already on the drop. Like, this thing has just dropped, and all of a sudden, boom, they're going right out of the station again. They fly through this so fast, and I wish other coasters would like that. That is so awesome. So, of course, you're already in the clamshell restraints and the seatbelt. Seatbelt is a little bit unnecessary, but whatever. You come out, and then you go right into the lift hill, go 325 feet, and then you drop. And that drop is long. It is awesome. And my favorite seat on this is the right wing on row 6. No. Put it down. Don't comment that. It's not a joke. We're cool? Okay, we're good. Yes, my favorite row is row 6. The reason why is because it has a mix of the front, which is the nice hang time of the drop, but also mix of the back, which is the launching over the drop and just getting this feeling of almost airtime-ish, where you're just getting lifted into the drop and you become out of your seat. Afterwards, you plant down, you're at 95 miles an hour, and you're feeling the G's already to crest up into a turnaround. Then you flip down, and then you go bank to bank to bank, about 2 back-to-banks, which one of them does go over a pathway. And then you turn around and go into the Treble Clef. Depending on where you are, you're going to either get a ton of airtime to the side or not. To be specific, the Treble Clef is basically where you're turning around, you're cresting up, and then you go into an airtime hill, but you're 90 degrees. You're facing 90 degrees as you go into the airtime hill. So after you exit that, you even out, drop into a tunnel, and at night it's so fun because it has lime green or neon green hexagons that you go through, and it is bright. It is very bright. Oh my gosh. And then afterwards you come up, you bank to the left, then you dip down, crest up, and then you hit trims. Trims are like, you can feel the slowing down, but it's still not too bad, and that airtime hill still makes up for it, because as soon as you hit that airtime hill, oh boy howdy, especially in the front row, you're going to be out of your seat no matter what. Row 6, you're going to feel a mixture of both floater and ejector, and back row, it is all floater. You after you crest down, you come into the portion of the ride that I was not on board with, and that is the Helix. It just felt like another way to make the ride a little bit longer, because you're not going that fast, you're just kind of going around it, you're maneuvering around it. I do love, during that though, that you get really close to one of those big supports, and you feel like if you put your hand out there, you will hit it. And that is a cool feature. I don't even know if they were trying to do that, but that was awesome. Afterwards, they crest down, they feel some nice G's again to go up for airtime hill. Like the same thing with the rows in the first one. That's how it goes for this one. It is fun. You crest right back down to the left. You go up for another same style of airtime hill as the other two. You crest down again, come up into the brakes. I will say the brakes are a little bit hard on you, but it's not too bad. Overall, this coaster is so awesome. Oh my gosh, this thing is phenomenal. One of the best roller coasters I've ridden. It is so great. Wow, they did such a great job. The first half already blows my mind to a huge extent, and it is fantastic. This coaster is so great. So fantastic, and it has flaws, but that's with every coaster I've ridden. Every coaster I've ridden has a flaw, no matter what. A couple flaws. First of all, the Helix. I'm not a big fan of it, but the thing that I have the flaw with the most, and it is so sad to say this, only 2 years of operation, and this thing now has a B&M rattle. You're about halfway through the ride, you're almost to the Treble Clef, and you go through the back-to-back bank turns. And during that, even my friend said with me that he could feel a rattle. You will feel the rattle, and you'll feel as you're banking, and it is the saddest thing. Now, it's not noticeable. The reason why it's sad is because after that rattle, and after other couple of rides, and I really processed this, I'm just thinking, why already 2 years of operation? This thing is already being beaten down. You already feel the wear into it. The rattle is starting to occur, and it is kind of sad. But that was the biggest downer of them all. Other than that, this ride is one of the best roller coasters ever. So awesome. So great. The nighttime is even more awesome. And that's all, folks. I'm going to give Fury 325 an A+. Yes, even with the flaws, it is still getting an A+. It is also the first coaster on this reviews that I've given that grade. This grade means despite the flaws, because every coaster I've ridden has flaws, despite those flaws, it is still gives me a fantastic experience that overall just gave me smiles, and it was one of the best experiences. It was still awesome and amazing, and that's why it is getting that grade. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure to check out other Fanatic reviews that I have done. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. And if you have a coaster that you would like me to review that you love, let me know in the comments below. And what are your thoughts on Fury? I want to know in the comments below. Please, I want to hear your feedback. Thank y'all for watching. And as always, roller coaster fanatics, keep coasting.